A certain significant other of mine requested that I never use the phrase "back with the hat" ever again. So I'm back, with these gloves. Welcome to my third review. I'm reviewing Harvest Moon Island of Happiness, and I've got a little surprise for you guys, so let's get started. Harvest Moon Island of Happiness was... Wait, do you hear that? Voice clarity! That's right, I finally bought a microphone. Aren't you excited? Well, why the fuck not? Anyway, the game begins with naming your character and choosing a birthday. Still only 6 letters for the name? Fine. So you get on a boat, eager to leave the city and start a new life. Everything's chill when suddenly a storm hits and you get washed up on an island with abandoned buildings on it. But it's okay, because you are not alone. You are greeted on the beach by What happened to your face? Did you eat too many lemons? Anyway, this is Taro. His family was washed up on the island with you. After he makes another face that'll haunt my nightmares, he shows you to an abandoned ranch. You agree to live and work on the ranch and pick a, once again, totally not inappropriate name for it. Perfect. Then the game begins. Actually, I should rephrase that. After days worth of tutorials and introduction cutscenes, the game begins. So here we are, the first Harvest Moon game I ever played. I'm throwing away any rose-colored glasses and I'm gonna see this game for what it is, rather than a fond gaming memory. In the beginning, there aren't too many people on the island, but as you live there longer and ship more items, more people will move in or come to visit. But that's not to say that the island was completely empty before you got there. The harvest sprites are back, and while they may no longer be annoying little assholes, they don't really do much. And the Harvest Goddess has also returned, and this time she's got followers. A priest and a nun, I guess, build a church next to her pond and give praise to her daily. Sorry, but can I become a harvest atheist? This bitch hardly does anything that I would deem worthy of praise. She pretty much does nothing, and I find her to be completely unnecessary. Anyway, the people. Some of them have portraits under their speech boxes and some don't. Also, check out dem graphics. I try not to be a graphic snob, but this looks 100 times better than DS Cute. The characters in this game are interesting and fun to talk to. I'm actually kind of interested in building up relationships now. I mean, just look at the cold loner stereotype. I know he's just a cartoon, but damn. That hair. That hat. Those eyes. He's perfect. Moving on. The map is larger and easier to navigate. It's not all available in the beginning, but you can pay Ganon, not that Ganon, there you go, to fix that by building bridges or getting rid of ridiculously huge boulders that are in the way. He can also upgrade your house and build you a barn for your animals to live in. Speaking of animals, you can raise animals. Surprise! You feed them, steal the items they produce so you can sell them. Yeah, but that's not important because before you can raise animals, you must farm. Still can't walk through plants, though. Still? You might lose some stamina while growing crops. You have to eat things so you don't pass out. But not all of us can afford fancy meals each day. Luckily, there are hearts scattered around to give you health. Oh wait, my mistake, it's just grass. That is apparently edible. What? Anyway, grow some crops, ship them, and have fun, because you'll be doing this for a while. At least until winter. All my plants are dead! But having less things to do during the winter will give you an excuse to explore the town more and talk to more people, who still only have about 3 lines of conversation per day. Ugh. But it's fine, because there are other things to do, like picking up things to sell and fishing. Also, while exploring the town, what do I find? Signs! Oh, thank you! Not only for the shops and their hours, but for people's houses too! Finally! Every second, this game is getting better than DS Cute. So, all of this is pretty good. The art style is better, the graphics are nice, the map is big and fun to explore. I like the characters and the gameplay is improved. I can even run diagonally. With all that, what could possibly be wrong with this game? I should be praising how good it is, how this is the Harvest Moon game that everyone should own. But I can't. it's got a massive problem that holds it back from being a good game. And it's the control. It's just wrong. It goes against everything I'm used to and is quite frankly inexcusable. You can only move by using the touchscreen. Are you fucking serious? You know how I said about the DSQ controls that they were so excited about having more buttons to work with that they all had to be used whether it made sense or not? That's what happened with the touchscreen. It wouldn't be so bad if they had gone the Animal Crossing Wild World route and made the touchscreen an option to go along with D-pad controls, but no. Do you want to know what the D-pad is used for? Using an item. Yeah, using an item that is in one of the equip slots relative to which way you press the D-pad. Do you want to know what the A, B, X, and Y buttons are used for? The exact same thing. And there's no point because you can just tap the item in the equip slot it's in and use it that way too. And you know what the L and R buttons are used for? Running in the direction you are currently facing. The game may as well be over before it starts. You may say I'm being overdramatic, and yeah, I am, but controls like this can ruin a game entirely. Here's a suggestion: how about not having two sets of buttons that do the exact same thing? If they wanted to use the buttons for using items while the D-pad moves, it would be fine. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but it'd be okay. But wow, this control is bad. It's so backwards, it feels almost insulting. Surely they must have had playtesters for this game. I refuse to believe that no one said anything negative about the controls. I also refuse to believe that it would have been difficult to make this game with proper D-pad use. And you know what the worst part is? I had nothing to compare this game to. It was the first Harvest Moon game that I ever played, so I just accepted it. I had no idea that there were Harvest Moon games with better controls that I could be playing. I played this game for hours upon hours, and I loved it because it was the only Harvest Moon game I had. But now I realize that it was just poorly made. I think I'm done. What an interesting turn of events. Last time I tried reviewing a game that I hated and I ended up with a negative opinion on it. And this time I tried reviewing a game that I loved and once again I ended up with a negative opinion on it. This review series is turning out rather gloomy. Here's a summary of my thoughts. The thing I like most about this game is the map. I just wish the map was in a better Harvest Moon game. The characters were cool and fun to talk to, and the farming was pretty usual for the series, as was raising animals. This game would be passable as a good Harvest Moon game. Unfortunately, its downright terrible controls hold it back from being anything other than okay. So that's all I have to say about Island of Happiness. But it's not over yet. Next time I will be reviewing Harvest Moon Sunshine Islands. So if you want to see that, subscribe and that review will be posted soon. I promise. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.